I'm back home.
For the past 25 years, the Asian American Cultural Center has worked with a diverse group of students. We focus on empowering students to find their voices and to be proud of their own cultural identity. And in that, they develop as strong leaders. The stories that you'll hear from the students following me are what they have done over the years to find their voice, to empower themselves, to empower the community, and to eventually pass on to the next generation of students here at UConn and beyond. I hope you enjoy hearing their stories and learning more about what they've been doing over the last decades.
My favorite part about the CUBE program is definitely seeing how much the littles grow. I've been a part of the program for 4 years now, and we've had littles that joined in 5th grade and now are just graduating 8th grade. And it's amazing to see the progress they've made, how they've kind of transitioned from little kids to now young adults.
So I think one of my favorite parts of CUBE would be the end of the day when we all stand up together and we do the CUBE chant, and it's really great to see everybody get into it and just, really express how excited they are for this program.
So recently we had Tibet Interest Association come in and do a really long presentation about their new group, and it was very heartfelt and emotional, and I had no idea about the severity of the oppression that they face on a daily basis and for years that they've been facing. And they're not currently a part of Pan Asian Council, but it's just really heartwarming for me, and I'm sure Aubrey as well, to bring in students and speakers and to just have them speak to our representative. Now it's become really like a home for me, and I think I'm very, very thankful for that. Just to walk in through these doors and to be greeted by so many warm, friendly faces is a very humbling feeling that I do not take for granted anymore.
For me, what's amazing is that I've developed such a great relationship with Shreya. Going from not knowing this person at all to talking about PAC stuff like every day, but also talking about really personal things on a daily basis. I think it just shows to me that PAC can give you great relationships, because I honestly don't think I would be friends with Shreya if it weren't for PAC.
Now, when I first came into UConn, I was kind of shy. I didn't really know anyone, and it was kind of a lonely few weeks that I had here until I met my mentor, and she kind of invited me to all these events and how I met all my friends.
Coming from a community college that had a lack of Asian Americans, coming to UConn was a big change for me. So I think being part of AMP helped me kind of assimilate into the Asian American culture and community here, as well as the Asian American Culture Center, which has become a second home for me.
My favorite moment actually is the first playgroup, because every single year, because it's kind of like you come back from the summer and you haven't seen the kids in a while, and the members always change every year. And they're kind of scared, nervous, but they're also really excited. So that energy really kind of brings up the enthusiasm, and seeing all the kids come back and they're all so excited to come now. Every single time they kind of just like walk in a little scared, but then 5-10 minutes later they're running around like trying to get us to pick them up and all that stuff. So I know we're not supposed to have biases with the kids, but there's a couple kids that I can't. They're just too cute. They kind of run up to you and they're just like, pay attention to me. Like Eborn mostly doesn't really focus in the groups of the time. We're kind of managing like the food, the activities, and everything else in the background, so we don't really get to interact with the kids. But it's really, really awesome and humbling for them to like recognize you and then say like, oh hey, come play with me, because that's happened a lot. Like one of the kids, little Jacob, he always like, why don't you ever hang out with me anymore, or something like that. And I just like, I feel so bad, but I try my best like when we're eating and afterwards to try to like talk to him and like go run around with him and stuff like that. And then like Yukai, he's like the kid that I guess was my first friend in China Care. My first playgroup, that was the person that like I connected with first, and so I've seen him grow up a lot. It's been 4 years, and he used to just like run around and punch whatever he could, but now he's a lot more calm, but he still has that rambunctious side of him. And I think that just watching them all grow up from what they were before and then becoming like cute, better people, are just like they just seem happier, and that really warms my heart. So
just leave it running.
Oh.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh God, you can do it then.
You're ready.
Okay. Oh, are you rolling now?
Yeah.
Don't put this in! Double! Your job depends on this.